At 11:23 this morning, I wrote a sonnet for creative writing titled Sonnet Year 3. It looked a bit like this. Sonnet Year 3. I've asked myself this question lately, although I'll try to surmise it in our 14 lines that I hate. I ask, can anyone truly hear me over the spectacle that is my own personality? 6 lines in, and after careful, tireless considerations, I don't think so. I used to fear, no, anticipate, no, loathe the idea that they don't hear me, that is. But as our time is closing, dear reader, I think I like being silent. It saves me from my own 14-line structure that I hate. To elaborate on this poem and to give a bit of insight into my thought process, I wrote this mini essay that now, for whatever reason, I've decided to share my personal ramblings with you. I've really been getting into acting lately. I mean, obviously I have, because it's what I'm going to school for, but I've started taking interests in all the nuances involved in acting, what it takes to be an actor. You step into character wearing it like a skin-tight suit. It's like the Speedo of self-emotional manipulation. Tight and uncomfortable, but you have to wear one if you want to be on the swim team. And we all want to be on the swim team. Whether or not the swim team is even something we're passionate about, we want to make it anyway, because when we do, we belong to a group. Not to say that all sports are cliquey, well, they are, but that's not what I'm getting at here. When you make the swim team, you feel elated. Sure, the Speedo is giving you a wedgie, and you can't wait to take it off, but from the moment you step out of the pool, you feel like $1,000,000 because you did it, you won, and your mother is cheering in the stands, and your father has already got 50 t-shirts with the swim team logo on it, and all of a sudden, your friends are swarming you, telling you what a good job you've done. Sure, you could argue that the Speedo did all the work, and I assure you it absolutely did, but you were wearing the Speedo, right? Making the swim team has to mean something, doesn't it? So you smile and hug your friends, and for 5 glorious minutes, you are invincible. Your grandmother meets your family afterwards and brings flowers, and your little brother is looking up to you like you've won the Olympics, and you practically have. At this point, the Speedo is squeezing your hips so tight you think you're going to die, but then you have to take a picture with your swim team. Your swim team, and you smile and wave and stumble your numb butt back to the locker room where you shut the door and lock it so no one sees that the Speedo is just about to fall off, which it does, dropping deftly to the floor with a plop. Now, once the Speedo falls off, a few things happen. Number 1, you can breathe again. Number 2, you forgot why you weren't breathing in the first place. Number 3, you panic when you do remember and realize that you didn't make the swim team. It was that stupid Speedo. Number 4, you panic even more when you realize that there are 50 people outside of the locker room eagerly awaiting your presence as the newest elite member of the swim team. Number 5, you can't breathe once again because you can't even swim. Number 6, in a panicked frenzy, you put on the Speedo and run back out there for another scene. That's essentially what acting is. A metaphor about Speedos, swim teams, and imposter syndrome. This was essentially what my brain looked like when I sat down to write that sonnet, as I realized for the first time that I've been an actor my whole life. I project this big, boisterous personality out into the world. I am going to Western this year to pursue a BFA in acting. I get good grades, but I'm also so relatable and trustworthy, and honestly, I can't even keep up with it anymore. I have so many things to talk about, because if I don't, everyone is going to realize that I have no idea what I'm doing. Literally, I am walking out of my senior year of high school, unsure of what I just wasted 4 years of my life for. The experience was incredible, and I've made the greatest friends, and I have the greatest boyfriend, but me personally? I haven't really done anything of note or importance. The grandness of my personality is my Speedo, and I cannot wait to take it off. I realize now that the Speedo metaphor probably makes people uncomfortable, so I'll stop now. I was in therapy for a few months, although my therapist has recently dubbed me cured. I went originally for anxiety-related. I more than likely have moderate/functioning anxiety disorder, which is a fancy way of saying, are you sure you're not just worried? Not that this is a pity party. I don't particularly like parties in general. too many noises or something. The point of all of this is, over the past year, I've really learned a lot about myself and how my brain directly impacts my writing style and process. And I thought I'd share it with the class for my final creative nonfiction piece. My brain will forever be a weird place, but in creative writing, at least it's a functional weird place. I'm always bad with endings. Here.